Hello and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. I've actually upgraded. Yes, there was a new update. I am now on patch A8, and this has added a bunch of extra things like resistances. It's also fixed the potential issue that I had for me personally, because I obviously attacked some villagers, and apparently me attacking the villagers has caused everyone else to think that we're some kind of bandit faction, and, well, that's obviously not so good because they all want to attack us and try to, murder us and everything. But that's apparently the reason why they are wanting to do that. Anyway, now that that is hopefully going to, work out for us in the meantime, there's also a bit of a rework to the lightning spells in the game. So I'm very much looking forward to trying those out. We're at Reindeer Castle right now because, and here's a little bit of a disclaimer, I actually already attempted to record Phantasy Calradia yesterday. I wanted to publish a video yesterday of it, but unfortunately my audio completely messed up and it was basically unusable unless you wanted to see like 5 minutes of it. So yeah, that didn't really work out too well. And unfortunately, it means that you actually missed a couple of things that were pretty amazing. Most notably, we actually took Halmar already. And I'm going to get off the screen now so that you can actually see something rather than just looking at the lead your soldiers into an assault thing. But yeah. Anyway, the point is we've taken Halmar now, and the Khergits only have 2 fiefs remaining. They have Reindeer Castle and they have Distar Castle. And we're going to be going in there in just a moment. But obviously not just yet, because I have to, I have to take this first. So Distar Castle is going to be the one after this. And, oh yeah, so as I said before, the newest patch adds resistances to the game. So you now have the ability to have a significant difference in regards to how much damage you take, hopefully, from magic, because obviously we've had quite a significant amount of issues with that. Well, with Ice Storm, let's just say, with Ice Storm, because that's very, very damaging. Yeah, I've just used Lightning Bolt right now. It seems to do a massive amount of damage. I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to work, because as far as I'm aware, right now it's supposed to be a conal attack, which is very, very different from how it was beforehand. Because beforehand it was kind of like a bolt that would go through the air. And now it's a little bit different from that. Am I not regenerating anymore, by the way? Am I regenerating, or is it just a very small amount of regeneration? Maybe it's a small amount. I actually don't know. I can't really see that right now. Anyway, we're gonna see. Is my fireball not actually working? In terms of like AOE, it doesn't seem to actually be working right now. Wait a minute. Is that okay? Oh no, there might be an issue there. There might be a slight issue. I'm actually not entirely sure. I mean, my magic missile is definitely working, as you can see, in terms of magic damage, that is. But if I were to switch to my fireball here, as you can see... Huh. How did that guy hit me for 78 damage, actually? I have no idea how he hit me for 78 damage, but yeah, anyway, we can actually just... Okay, that's very perplexing. I'm not entirely sure. Is magic okay right now? Because... from what I can tell, you saw that, right? The fireball did not explode and didn't do, a lot of damage to the surrounding people. And basically, it just did single target damage. So I'm assuming that maybe what I need to do is maybe I need to aim at the ground or something like that, or maybe I need to do something a little bit different. Obviously, that wasn't the case beforehand on the previous patch. So maybe there's something else that has actually happened that I need to get a bit more used to, and we'll see exactly what happens with that. Okay, I actually don't want to talk to that guy. I just want to literally wait until tomorrow here. And then we'll be able to go in there and hopefully make a difference. Because here's the thing. Also, I made some vassals. Yes, I made some vassals out of some of our companions, because I thought that would be a really, really good idea. Unfortunately, they mostly don't have any leadership skill. But I kind of needed some vassals, because otherwise we're basically just going to be running around with basically 0 people helping us, and it's going to be an extremely difficult situation to be in. So that's one thing to know, you know, that I do have some people potentially helping us now. Now let's just see. No, look. There was a fireball that actually went off there, and it seemed to do damage in an AOE. So I'm kind of wondering whether I just did it wrong. I guess so. All right, let's try it out. Nice. Okay. What? I mean, look at that. Fireball causes 9 points of damage. I mean, yeah, I can see that, but I need it to do more than that, please. I need it to do more than that. I mean, as you can quite clearly tell, it did not explode the way it has in previous episodes. So I'm wondering whether that's been reworked. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we're gonna see. And one thing we got to do. Oh no. Okay. I kind of want to use Ice Storm here, but I don't think that's gonna work. Okay. It actually. Okay. Wait a minute. Is the magic portion just not working anymore? Or what's actually happening with this? Because the throne portion is definitely working. The throne portion is definitely working, but from what I can tell, the actual magic portion is not. I'm also not regenerating, as you can quite clearly tell. I am regenerating when I hit people, obviously, because I'm using the vampiric sword, but passively, I am not healing. So this is going to be very difficult now, actually, because mages have been, shall we just say, they've had a lot of power reduced as a result of this. Okay, let's not die, shall we? Wow, we just took insane damage from this one guy. That is kind of funny. This is when I wish I had more power strike. I wouldn't have concentrated so much on magic if I knew, but yeah, there we go. Come on now, let me just get some HP, please. There we go, nice. Oh, okay. How did he do 39? How does a Calradian militia do 39 damage to me? What actually happened right there? How does he do so much damage? That's insanity. Okay, well, anyway, I'm just going to wait here for some time. We are actually doing damage, and we are going to be able to take this. But obviously, I was certainly not expecting magic to be so dramatically less powerful than it was beforehand. But I guess we're just going to have to get used to it a little bit, and we'll see what we can do after that. Alright, so it actually seems as though Charm still works. Charm Person still works, which, as you might expect, it's not a damaging spell, so maybe the damage calculations have just been reworked or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but all I know is that Charm Person still works, and that's all that I am probably going to be using here, at least, because this is inevitably going to allow us to get inside. Oh, it seems like the mana cost, actually. The mana cost of Charm Person has been dramatically changed as well by those things. Unless I'm just using it wrong. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, we are now going... What is this thing right here? What is that? That's a werewolf? That's one of the werewolves? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to try to do as much damage as possible here, and whenever I level up next, I'm going to put some more points in Power Strike, I suppose. That's probably going to be a thing that we really want to do, because otherwise we're going to have some issues. I'm going to just hope that our forces can actually get in there, because obviously I have very little ability to clear out the battlements any further, so we're going to have to be very, very careful on this, and hopefully I can just... Come on now, can I just push inside here, please? Can we just get a little bit more, you know, just a slight bit more damaging? Because here's the thing, these guys are literally just Kurgit skirmishers, watchmen, and they are holding the line like no one's business. I also have an ogre here, by the way, as you can quite clearly tell. It's a pretty hefty unit, so hopefully we're going to be using him quite nicely. I have no idea what his stats are. I actually haven't looked at his stats. I think I looked in the previous episode, but I've now forgotten what they are. So I'm going to take a look after this, hopefully, and then we'll see exactly what's going on. Hopefully he's not going to die, but we can obviously always take a look at the reference materials or something like that if we need to. And let's just tell my mages to charge in now as well, just in case, you know, just in case we need to. And yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can use Ice Storm a little bit more. Maybe that's going to be pretty cool. And obviously, we'll try to use this. But as you can see, it does physical damage. Doesn't seem like there's any magical component to it anymore. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm just, as I say, maybe I'm just using it wrong or something. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Otherwise, We'll take every single one of the drow here. There's a Knight of the King. Whoa. That is a very, very strong strong unit. Actually, should I just take it and then put it into the garrison here or not? I should probably take all of these. Then put them into the garrison. And hopefully I won't mess up again and just give it to some random person or something like that. That would probably not be that would not be too good, would it? No. Okay, so let's just leave the items there and defer appointment of a lord here. Not gonna split it between anyone. Gonna go in here, manage it, and here we go. All right, so we could just literally do this because obviously we don't want to have any goody two shoes, you know, any goody two shoes factions in our party right now. And yeah, I know someone actually said, "Hey, don't level up your, don't level up your skeletons and so on and so forth." But you know, if I don't level them up, it's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be even easier for them to die. And I kind of want them to be a little bit, just a little bit damaging as well, even if they're not that damaging as it is. 7 skeletons. Only 7, eh? Only 7, alright. Okay, yeah, well, I mean, there was barely anyone here, of course. So I'm just going to wait here for a little bit of time. The 4 ways in is right there, but I have very, very few, bits of coin at the moment. Malaya Castle. Oh, that's also a thing. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that was actually still intact. I thought that they had lost that a long time ago, but apparently not. Ahun Castle. Aha, okay, I'm gonna make my way over there then. Yeah, so we are still getting, obviously, dramatically attacked right now, but that's absolutely fine. And, okay, what are these guys wanting to do? If I just wait here, are they gonna come back? They're running? Really? They're running away completely? Okay, that's really, really surprising. I would have expected them to stick around here for quite some time. Are they going to just go back to Malaya Castle? Surely not, right? What? They are? Are you joking, sir? Okay, this is really, really weird. I'm not entirely sure why they'd do that, but anyway, let's just create some skeletons. Let's get some archers, I guess. 50. Wow. That's actually a pretty significant amount. And yeah, let's actually see what's going on here. Did I level up? No. But this is what I currently have going on here. I have 2 in power strike, 25 in strength. So it'd probably be a good idea for me to actually, get a little bit of power strike. This is actually a siege tower, so I'm not going to do this right now. And instead we are just going to go to Distar. But it's good that we actually check this out because we know now that every single one of the vassals in the Khergit employ are right there. They are in the garrison of Malaya Castle, and hopefully I'll be able to take that relatively easily. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do it now because oh, it seems like the Delthasum Empire is actually attempting to besiege this. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do it because I don't have the ability to use magic that easily anymore. Maybe it's going to work in a field battle a little bit more reliably, shall we say? As I say, I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we could see, and maybe we'll figure it out a little bit. Maybe it just takes a little bit of practice from my perspective here. We're just going to get some more of these guys. There we go. All right, so I'm going to head on to Tarbuk Castle because that is actually the one that we need to do, because Malaya Castle, as you can quite clearly see, is, well, I'm going to say it's basically impossible right now. And there we go. We got Beheshtur coming back. I actually found a bunch of companions in the previous episode as well, and I've basically just been sending them off every single time I can, just to spread the word, get some right to rule and all that wonderful stuff. And let's actually have a look here. Okay, so there's 219. That's quite a significant amount. This is also a siege tower. Oh dear. Okay, fine. It's also a siege tower. I guess I'll take it then. Alright, so we've got a pretty fun thing on our hands here. We got the Vaegirs attempting to take Malaya Castle from us. Now, obviously, here's the thing. This is going to be the big test. If we are unable to use magic, or at the very least, if our magic is unable to inflict massive casualties, or at the very least, if it's unable to deal AoE damage, because obviously that's the main point of concern for me right now, because if I'm unable to do AoE damage to a wide variety of targets, we may have some issues actually defending this. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll be okay. Our necromancers are actually doing good damage. Okay, look at that. Our shadow wizards are actually doing good damage too. Okay, so maybe I don't need to worry too much. But the Vedmax are doing massive damage as well, which is obviously a big problem. So I'm not sure what we're going to really do about that. But I'm just going to get out my shield right here. Going to get my fireball at the ready. And are they literally just going to stand back there and bombard us? Oh, there we go. We're doing AoE damage. Nice. Look at that. See, we're doing AoE damage. For some reason, we couldn't do that before in the siege. I don't know why that was so different. That's really, really weird. Anyway, I'm going to try to use Ice Storm here. Oh, yeah. That did some good damage. If I know the fact that the text log completely disappeared. Oh, yeah. That definitely dealt some really, really nice damage. Okay. Can I do a little bit more, please? Or not, as the case may be. All right. Anyway, okay. Getting sniped is so not fun. But you know that I should have literally I should have known. You know, I should have literally known because I was just standing here minding my own business, and it's pretty obvious I'm gonna get sniped, isn't it? Pretty obvious that that's gonna happen. So I probably should have been a bit more careful about that. These Vedmax are actually really, really strong as well. As you can see, they actually throw... What do they throw? I don't even know what they throw. I think it's like lightning and fireballs, I think. Yeah, they throw mostly fireballs, I think, and lightning. I don't know. Anyway, the point is they also have magical shields as well. These guys are basically like Gianni units, but... maybe slightly better. I don't actually know. I can't really tell. But what I can tell is that they're very, very dangerous. As you can see, look at them. Look at the missile speed. The missile speed that they have is absolutely insane. They are literally chucking these things at the speed of light. It's so incredibly fast. Anyway, they did end up losing quite a few troops, so let's just wait here for a little bit of time, see if they're going to go back on in. They probably will go back on in. Yes, indeed they are, as you can see. Maybe we want to leave, actually, all things considered. I don't know. Let's see if I actually regenerate this time. I'm not regenerating right now, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And why am I moving so slowly right here? Oh yeah, I got hasted, I assume. Yeah, I mean like not hasted, but you know what I mean. They cast something like slow on me or something like that, probably. Anyway, okay. I'm going to be a lot more careful this time around, but obviously it's very difficult to do that when the enemy is actually covered by a bunch of trees. It's very, very easy for them to sort of chill back there. And it's very difficult for me to do damage. There we go. Nice. No idea what I actually did, but hopefully it was good enough. Nice. Can we do some more damage? Maybe. I'm taking random damage from things right now. Okay, I should be very careful. You know what I should really do? I mean, technically, if I was regenerating right now, I'd drop down onto the floor, and I would try to get up the stairs on the other side, but as it stands, it's probably not going to happen. Oh, I so badly want to get to the front here, but this is not going to work. Look at my Ice Storm, though. It does so much damage. I love it. Okay, there we go. It's doing a lot less damage now, though, you see. It's doing a lot less damage because, obviously, resistances have been incorporated into this patch. And I gotta say, that's a very welcome change. Unfortunately, it didn't stop me from getting sniped, but that was literally a physical damage ability, in my opinion. That was the physical damage portion of the spell, in my opinion, that sniped me there, rather than anything else. Now, let me see if I can do some damage. Nice. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's basically all I can really do. I can kind of just wait here for a little bit of time and just see what's happening. But my regeneration doesn't seem to be working, so maybe that's a bit of an issue. I'm not entirely sure whether that has been removed now. I did take a look at my references, I think. But I'm going to show you after this anyway, because then you get to see my resistances and, you know, what I'm actually going to be resistant to. Hopefully I'm going to be resistant to quite a few things. And let me see if I can do some damage here. Where are the Vedmax? That's the thing. That's the one thing I really want to deal with. I'm not entirely sure if I can even... Can I even do damage to them? I don't see any magical shields out there, so I'm going to assume that maybe they've been eliminated. Have they all been eliminated? Surely not, right? There's no way that we would have been able to eliminate all of them. No, they certainly haven't. Okay. Let's do some more damage. Oh, I leveled up. Nice, nice. I leveled up. Okay. Very excited about that because, as I said, maybe we want to get some more power strike. You know, that's going to be very, very useful. Alright, come on now, let's see. Nice. Was that nice? No, not really. Okay, that was a little bit better. Ooh, they're throwing lightning bolts at me right now. I'm not a big fan of that. You know what? I'm going to try and snipe them. Should I try and snipe this guy? That's not going to work. Okay, what about a charm here? As I said, charm person is actually quite a lot more mana intensive now. So we have to be a little bit careful with it. We can't just spam this spell that much, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. Acid Arrow is obviously going to do a little bit less damage now as well. I kind of want to get this guy charmed. Yeah, no. It is highly unlikely I'm going to be able to charm them. Oh no, okay. Well, they are consistently moving the siege tower towards us, but I'm pretty happy with how we have so far defended. Nice damage, look at that. You see how much damage we're doing with Ice Storm now? This is much more in keeping with how much damage Fireball does. It does around the same damage, just depends on what you want to use and how you want to use it, because obviously Ice Storm is a little bit different with its use case. Obviously you're mostly going to be aiming at the ground rather than aiming at enemies, whereas Fireball is a little bit different, where aiming at enemies is definitely the way to go. Alright, so let me actually just see here. Okay, I'm going to try and kill these guys here if I can. There we go. Nice. Yeah, look at that. Some really, really good damage from these. I gotta be super careful here as well. These Vedmax are literally sniping us like no one's business. And I kind of want them to move forward so that they can get a little bit closer to where we are, because if they're close, I can probably snipe them myself, or at the very least charm them to be on our side. That would be pretty fantastic. Okay, some good damage here. Good damage. I kind of want to do more damage to them over there though, if I can. Nice. Okay, that was some big damage right there, because there was a lot of people in that area. Nice. Okay, we need more of this, please. Okay, this I gotta say, this is much more tense than it has been in quite some time, because obviously when you have a spell like Ice Storm that can just absolutely obliterate anything in the area, it makes it very trivial. But nowadays that is not the case. Look at what we got to do here. Look at these guys. They're actually surviving quite dramatically. And I'm gonna have to focus on the Vedmax a little bit now as well. So let's actually move over here a little bit. See what we can do. Unfortunately, oh, my mana is gonna take too long to recover, isn't it? Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Oh dear, this is gonna be very, very bad indeed. Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna have to go here. Can you move out of my way, sir? Yeah, these guys are making things very, very difficult for me right now. Okay, gonna have to go Fireball. Let's try Fireball, see if we can maybe use that a little bit. Okay, so far, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not so bad. I'm gonna try and charm this guy. There we go, nice. Can I charm one of the Vedmax? I am trying. Oh, he resisted. He resisted. Oh no, he resisted twice. Oh, are you serious? Okay, that's very, very difficult. Can we get him? It's impossible. It's impossible to get these guys. What? Okay, what about Acid Arrow then? What about Acid Arrow? Maybe that's going to make a difference. Yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, you know what? Fireball. Let's do it. Fireball. Come on now. I need more fireballs. Nice. Oh, this is going to be harsh. I feel like we might actually end up losing this. we don't have enough troops, I think, to be able to compete against the Vedmax. I think there's way too many of these guys right here. That might be the case. It seems like Fireball is not doing the business, so what about Ice Storm? Seems like Ice Storm might be the way to go instead. I have no idea how much damage they're even doing, to be honest. Okay, Acid Arrow, what about this? Oh. Yeah, that also is a thing, isn't it? That also is a thing. Okay, so they've entered. Let's actually just see what's actually happening right now. Okay, we ended up losing 181. They lost 375. That's actually a significant amount. Okay, let's actually see what happens here. I kind of want to leave. So let's actually just see. Yeah, there's only 5 people left here. Yeah, King Yaraglek has way too many troops. Okay, so yeah, we are having a huge problem now. So magic can no longer carry us dramatically. This guy is a vassal. I'm going to accept him as a vassal here. They tend not to go to your keep, so that's obviously a bit of an issue. Can't find them, you know, at the home base. So you have to kind of find them out in the middle of nowhere, and then accept their pledge that way. Okay, so Halmar is actually under siege by some Swadians. What do they actually have? What do they have? Master Herborist? Surely not. I think they have Knights of the King, don't they? Knights of the King and things like that? I'm actually not entirely sure, but... this is going to be very difficult indeed. I'm actually not entirely sure how this is going to go, but... all I can say is that our, you know, the inclusion of resistances has dramatically shifted the, shall we say, the balance of power much more towards, shall we say, just really hardy, high HP units. Those are the ones that are really going to survive. I have no idea how anyone is going to defeat the Riders Majocracy now, because obviously the Riders Majocracy have significant magic resistance due to their golems. You know, their golems are going to be super powerful. But anyway, let's actually just have a quick look at the reference material here so that you can actually see what we're currently working with. So as you can see, these are the resistances right here. This is, well, this is obviously fire, electric, acid, what's C? Cold damage, and then M. What is that? I have no idea. I don't know what M is, but it's one of the other magic spells, schools or something like that. And then obviously you have, as far as I'm aware, there's also holy or divine damage, and that is not currently implemented as far as I know, because the mod creator actually left a comment, so I really appreciate that. However, as you can quite clearly tell, we don't have regenerate. Regenerate is not working right now for me. I'm not sure why that is, because obviously it was beforehand, but you know, as I said, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, these resistances, they make a huge difference in general. Because like, for example, if we were to go, let's actually just, I'm interested to see, okay? I'm interested to see. So if I go to, let's say I go to, who were we fighting just now? We were fighting the, actually, you know what? I'm interested to see the golems. Okay, let's check out the silver golem. Okay, yeah, look at this. Literally, this guy, this guy has 66 resistance to electric damage. So lightning bolt, good luck using that. 79 resistance to cold damage. So ice storm, never gonna kill this guy, not in a million years. But if you use fire, then obviously that's very different. It's got a similar thing going on with the stone golem here, but obviously the silver golem is just an upgraded version of that. Let's have a look at some of the orcs. I'm actually quite interested to see some of the orcs here. What about the juggernaut? Yeah, so, ooh, wait a minute. Oh, this is very interesting. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so orcs are extremely weak against fire and acid, but they have pretty decent resistances to everything else. So that's a super, okay, that's actually very interesting. Okay, very interesting indeed, because that means that every single faction has, well, I'm going to assume at least that every single faction has some kind of possible weakness, or at the very least is not as good at defending against a particular magic type. So it makes sense to try to diversify your magic as much as possible. I have no idea what M is. I don't actually know what M is, so My apologies for that. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what M is, but I guess we'll find out. You know, I guess we'll find out as time goes on. Anyway, we are probably going to be defending against these troops here. I'm actually not entirely sure what the Swadians have as a special unit. The Swadian Pastor or the Knights of the King, I assume. I think something like that. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.